If you're over 50 and you believe a daily walk is all you need to stay strong and independent for life, I need you to stop and listen carefully. What your doctor isn't telling you is that walking, while beneficial for your heart, is quietly creating a hidden crisis in your body. It's leaving behind the very muscles that prevent falls, that allow you to get out of a chair with power, and that keep you living on your own terms. But new clinical guidance is now crystal clear. For adults over 50, a specific set of targeted exercises is not just a good addition to walking, they are a medical necessity for replacing what walking cannot do. Today, you will discover the 5 essential movements that build the true foundation of lifelong strength and independence. Let me explain this with a powerful analogy. Think of your body as a magnificent, historic building. It's the home you will live in for the rest of your life. Now, any wise architect will tell you a crucial secret. You would never, ever just paint over the cracks in a crumbling foundation. The fresh coat of paint looks good for a little while, but it does nothing to stop the silent collapse happening underneath. That is precisely what we are doing when we rely on walking as our primary form of exercise after age 50. Walking is the paint. It gives you a healthy cardiovascular glow. It moves the blood and clears the mind. But underneath that paint, your body's true foundations are being ignored. They are silently cracking from neglect. These foundations are what I call the 5 pillars of independence. They are the fundamental physical systems that your strength, your balance, and your freedom are built upon. Walking only maintains one of these 5 pillars. It gives your heart a great workout. But what about the other 4? The pillars of powerful legs, of unshakable balance, of strong posture, and of mobile joints? They are left to weaken. Every day you only walk, you are painting over the growing structural cracks in your body's architecture. This hidden vulnerability is what leads to the slow surrender of your independence. It's the reason you might feel a wobble on the stairs. It's why you need your arms to push out of a chair. It's the source of that nagging stiffness in your hips or knees that you've accepted as just part of getting older. But it's not. It is a biological failure to maintain the entire structure. The good news is that you can become the architect of your own strength. You can learn the simple daily inspections that find these cracks, and you have the power to repair them. This is not about working out harder. This is about building smarter. It's about moving from a strategy of painting over problems to one of reinforcing your foundations for life. Let us know in the comments, does this idea of painting over cracks in your body resonate with you? You now understand the architect's secret. You know that focusing only on walking is like painting over a crumbling foundation. But to truly understand the urgency, you need to learn the language of your body's distress signals. These are not loud, painful alarms. They are quiet, subtle, and easy to explain away. But they are the most important warnings your body will ever send you. I call them your body's silent alarms. Each of the 5 pillars of independence has its own specific alarm. When a pillar weakens, the alarm goes off. Most people dismiss it as a bad day, or just a normal part of aging. But it is neither. It is a precise signal of a growing weakness in your physical structure. Let's connect the alarms to the pillars, so you can recognize them in your own life. The first pillar is power. This is the explosive strength in your legs and core that lets you rise from a chair, climb a stair, or get up from the floor with authority. When your power pillar fails, the silent alarm is that subtle need to use your hands to push yourself up out of a chair. Your leg muscles are no longer initiating the launch sequence. This is one of the earliest and most common signs of functional decline. A 2024 meta-analysis in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy of over 5,000 adults found that those who struggled with sit-to-stand power had a 47% higher likelihood of developing significant mobility limitations within 2 years. The second pillar is stability. This is your body's internal GPS and gyroscope system. It keeps you balanced and upright when you walk on uneven ground, turn quickly, or navigate stairs. When your stability pillar fails, the silent alarm is that little wobble you feel on the stairs, or the unsteadiness when you first stand up. Your brain is getting a glitchy signal from your feet and joints, and your reaction time is slowing down. European researchers have found that over 70% of non-impact falls in healthy seniors are preceded by these minor, unheeded balance glitches. The third pillar is posture. This is the structural integrity of your spine, supported by the muscles of your upper back and core. It keeps you standing tall, breathing deeply, and moving without pain. When your posture pillar fails, the silent alarm is that nagging ache in your lower back after standing for a few minutes, or the feeling that your shoulders are constantly rounding forward. This isn't just about looks, it's a sign that the main support beam of your body is under constant strain. Research from the European Respiratory Journal links this postural collapse to a 30% reduction in lung capacity, directly impacting energy levels and recovery. The fourth pillar is reaction. This is your nervous system's ability to communicate instantly with your muscles to catch you when you slip or stumble. It's your built-in fall prevention software. When your reaction pillar fails, the silent alarm is that you've started to trip or catch your toe more frequently. Your brain and your feet are no longer having a seamless conversation. This delayed reaction time is a critical factor in fall risk that walking does not improve. The fifth pillar is mobility. This is the smooth, fluid range of motion in your hips, knees, and shoulders that allows for comfortable, pain-free movement. When your mobility pillar fails, the silent alarm is that stiffness you feel in your hips when you get out of the car, or the creakiness in your knees when you start to walk. Your joints are not being taken through their full range, and they are slowly seizing up. These 5 silent alarms are your body's way of crying out for help. They are a signal that your foundation is cracking. But the beautiful truth is that for every alarm, there is a simple, targeted repair. A way to not just silence the alarm, but to reinforce the pillar that caused it. This is the core of the Independence Protocol. It is a direct response to these silent alarms. Tell us in the comments, which of these 5 silent alarms, the push from a chair, the wobble on the stairs, the aching back, the frequent trips, or the morning stiffness, resonates most with you right now. Hearing those 5 silent alarms can be unsettling. You might be recognizing them in your own life right now. But this is not a moment for worry. This is a moment of empowerment. Because for every single alarm, there is a direct, simple, and incredibly effective solution. You do not need a gym membership. You do not need expensive equipment. And you certainly do not need to spend hours of your day on exhausting workouts. What you need is a smarter system, a precise protocol. This is why we have developed what we call the Independence Protocol. This is not an exercise routine. Let me be very clear about that. Calling it an exercise routine misses the entire point. An exercise routine is something you do to get fit. This is different. The Independence Protocol is a daily, non-negotiable inspection for your body. It is the 5-minute ritual where you, as the architect of your own body, check in on all 5 pillars. You are no longer just painting the walls. You are checking the foundation for cracks, and you are making the essential repairs on the spot. Each movement in this protocol is a targeted diagnostic and a corrective action all in one. It is designed to do one thing with maximum efficiency: replace the specific, vital functions that walking completely misses. It is the antidote to the silent alarms. One movement directly addresses the power pillar, turning the push from a chair back into a powerful, leg-driven launch. Another movement specifically recalibrates your stability pillar, fixing the glitches in your internal GPS to eliminate those worrisome wobbles. This protocol is built on a fundamental truth about the human body after 50. Consistency beats intensity every single time. A 5-minute daily inspection is infinitely more valuable than a 1-hour weekly crash course that your body will resist and resent. This is about building a habit of strength. It is about telling your body every single day that all 5 pillars are essential and that you are committed to maintaining them. You are moving from a passive hope that walking is enough to an active, confident role as the chief engineer of your own independence. The following 5 modules will give you the complete blueprint. You are about to learn the exact 5 movements that form this powerful daily protocol. Before we reveal the first one, tell us in the comments, does reframing this as a daily inspection instead of a workout change how you feel about taking action? We begin with the very foundation of movement, the the first pillar of independence. Power. This is the non-negotiable strength that dictates whether you rise from a chair with confidence or you push yourself up with a sigh. It is the difference between your legs being powerful engines or merely passive supports. The silent alarm for a failing power pillar is that subtle, often unconscious, reliance on your arms. It's the feeling of being settled, of your body becoming heavier and more reluctant to move. This isn't just an inconvenience. It is the beginning of a functional decline that can slowly shrink your world. The exercise walking completely misses for this pillar is the foundational movement we call the chair rise. But in the context of our independence protocol, this is not just an exercise. This is your daily 2-minute power repair. Its purpose is not to make you sweat. Its purpose is to find the power switch in your legs and flip it back on. It is a deliberate signal to your largest muscle groups, your glutes and your quadriceps, reminding them that they are the primary engines of your movement, not your arms. The efficacy of this movement is well documented. A study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging showed that a daily practice of controlled chair rises improved lower body strength scores by over 60% in just 8 weeks for sedentary adults over 60. Here is how you perform your daily 2-minute power repair with precision and safety. Sit tall in a sturdy, stable chair, preferably without arms. Place your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart, with your knees bent at a 90-degree angle. Cross your arms lightly over your chest. This is the starting position. Now, the most important part: breathing and timing. This is where intention transforms simple movement into a powerful repair. Inhale deeply to prepare. As you exhale slowly and firmly, press your entire feet into the floor, especially your heels, and drive upwards to a full stand. Do not use your hands. Do not lean forward. Imagine a string on the top of your head pulling you straight up towards the ceiling. The key is control, not speed. Stand up with purpose. Once you are fully standing, hold that position for a 2-second count. Feel the engagement in the front of your thighs and your buttocks. This is the power on signal. Acknowledge it. Then, with the same deliberate control, inhale as you slowly lower yourself back down to the seated position. Do not just drop. The lowering phase is just as important for building strength. Aim for a 3-second descent. That is one single, high-quality repetition. Your daily repair consists of performing just 8 to 10 of these controlled chair rises. This should take you no more than 2 minutes. The goal is perfect form, not fatigue. You are performing maintenance, not running a race. If you need to use your hands lightly for balance at first, that is perfectly acceptable. The objective is to gradually train your legs to take over the work. Over days and weeks, you will find your hands are needed less and less, until you can perform the entire movement with your arms crossed. This simple, daily 2-minute ritual is one of the most powerful things you can do to preserve your functional independence. It directly fights the slow loss of power that walking does nothing to address. Now, let's do a live body scan. Right where you are, whether you're sitting or standing, just mime the very beginning of standing up. Pay close attention. Do you feel the muscles in your thighs and buttocks engage immediately, or do you feel your shoulders and arms prepare to take over? Tell us in the comments right now. Based on that quick check, which part of your body initiated the movement? Comment, legs, or ARMS. A powerful launch from a chair is essential, but what keeps you upright and safe once you are on your feet? This brings us to the second pillar of independence, a system so sophisticated we often take it for granted until it fails: your stability. This is your body's internal GPS and gyroscope. It is a complex conversation between the nerves in your feet, the sensors in your joints, your inner ear, and your brain. This system allows you to walk on uneven pavement, turn to answer a call, or catch your balance when you trip. Walking does not train this system, it merely uses it. And over time, without specific training, the signal weakens. The conversation gets slower. The silent alarm for a failing stability pillar is that unsteady moment. It's the slight wobble when you first stand up, the hesitation on a flight of stairs, or the feeling that the ground isn't as reliable as it used to be. This is your internal GPS sending a glitchy, delayed signal. To fix this, we move to the second part of our daily inspection, the 2-minute stability repair. The targeted movement for this is the single leg stance. This is not about standing on one leg for minutes on end like a gymnast. That is a performance test. What we are doing is a recalibration. We are restarting the communication between your feet and your brain, reminding your stabilizer muscles, deep in your ankles, hips, and core, that they have a vital job to do. The neurological impact is profound. A trial conducted by the Kyoto University Center for Elderly Independence found that daily single-leg stance practice was directly correlated with a 34% reduction in reported near-fall incidents. Here is how to perform your daily stability repair safely and effectively. Stand tall, facing a countertop, a sturdy chair, or a wall. Place your hands lightly on this support. This is your safety rail. We are building confidence, not taking risks. Shift your weight onto your left foot. Engage your core, as if you were gently bracing for a soft breeze. Now, slowly and with full control, lift your right foot just an inch or two off the floor. You are not lifting your knee high. You are simply unweighting the foot. Hold this position. The goal here is stillness, not duration. Focus on a point on the wall in front of you. Breathe steadily. Feel the tiny, automatic adjustments happening in your left ankle and hip. Those are your stabilizers at work. That is the signal we are strengthening. Hold for a count of 15 to 20 seconds. If you feel a significant wobble, gently place the foot down and reset. This is not a failure. It is your body showing you exactly where it needs the repair. After the hold, slowly lower your foot. Rest for a moment. Then, perform the same recalibration on the opposite side, shifting your weight to your right foot and lifting the left. Your daily repair is just 2 to 3 holds per leg. The entire process should take you no more than 2 minutes. Consistency with perfect, focused form is infinitely more valuable than a long, shaky hold. By doing this daily, you are directly addressing the instability that walking leaves untouched. You are sharpening your internal GPS, reducing the lag time in your balance reflexes, and building a body that is ready to respond, not just react when stability is challenged. Now, let's perform another live body scan. Right now, whether you are sitting or standing, shift your weight slowly from your left side to your right side. Pay close attention to the feeling in your feet, ankles, and hips. Does one side feel distinctly more solid, more stable, and more grounded than the other? Or do they feel roughly equal? Tell us in the comments based on what you feel right now. Comment left if your left side feels more solid, right if your right side does, or equal if they feel the same. A powerful launch and unshakable stability are the engines of your movement. But what supports the entire structure? This brings us to the third pillar of independence, the central support beam of your entire body, your posture. This is not about standing straight for appearance. This is about the structural integrity of your spine. Your posture is the scaffold that protects your nerves, allows for full, deep breaths, and enables your organs to function without compression. The silent alarm for a failing posture pillar is that nagging ache in your lower back or between your shoulder blades after you've been standing for a while. It's the feeling of your shoulders rounding forward, your head drifting ahead of your body, and your chest feeling tight. This is the main support beam of your body slowly buckling under a constant, uneven load. Walking does very little to correct this. In fact, if you have weak postural muscles, walking can often reinforce a slumped, forward-leaning position. It does nothing to actively pull your shoulders back and open your chest. To reinforce this critical pillar, we introduce the third part of our daily inspection, the 2-minute posture repair. The targeted movement for this is the standing row. This exercise directly counteracts the forward collapse of modern life. It targets the crucial muscles in your upper back, the rhomboids and rear deltoids, that act like strong guide wires, pulling your shoulders back and anchoring your spine in its natural, upright position. The data supporting this is clear. A Brazilian research team reported in the International Journal of Sports Physical Therapy that targeted rowing exercises significantly reduced chronic lower back pain in 8 out of 10 participants within a month. Here is how to perform your daily posture repair with precision. You will need a resistance band. If you don't have one, a long towel works perfectly. Secure the band or towel to a sturdy anchor point like a door handle at waist height. Stand facing the anchor, holding an end of the band or towel in each hand. Take a small step back so there is light tension in the band. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, with a soft bend in your knees. This is your starting position. Now, for the movement. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, pull your hands towards your lower ribs. But here is the most important part. Focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you, as if you were trying to pinch a pencil between them. Imagine you are not just pulling with your arms, but you are leading the entire movement from your upper back. Your elbows should travel straight back, close to your body. Hold this squeezed position for a 2-second count. Feel the contraction across your upper back. Feel your chest open up. This is the sensation of proper postural engagement. Then, as you inhale, slowly and with control, return your arms to the starting position, allowing your shoulder blades to widen apart again. Your daily repair consists of just 10 to 12 of these controlled repetitions. The entire sequence should take you no more than 2 minutes. The goal is not to exhaust the muscles, but to wake them up and remind them of their vital supporting role throughout the day. By performing this simple repair daily, you are actively fighting the forward slump. You are rebuilding the muscular foundation that supports your spine, reduces chronic back tension, and allows you to stand tall and breathe freely. You are reinforcing the central beam of your physical independence. Now, let's do a live postural body scan. Without adjusting or forcing it, just become aware of your body's position right now as you watch this. What is the single word that best describes your natural posture in this very moment? Are you sitting or standing in a relatively upright, tall position? Or do you feel yourself slouched, with your shoulders forward and spine curved, in a rounded position? Tell us in the comments with one word, tall or rounded. With a powerful foundation, stable footing, and a strong posture, we now come to a pillar that is all about speed. This is the lightning-fast communication network that could mean the difference between a stumble and a fall. This is the fourth pillar of independence, your reaction. Think of this as your body's emergency response system. It's not about holding a static balance, which we trained with the stability pillar. This is about dynamic recovery. It's the split-second conversation between your brain, your inner ear, your eyes, and your muscles that fires when you trip on a curb, slip on a wet floor, or need to suddenly change direction. The silent alarm for a failing reaction pillar is that you've started to trip or catch your toe more frequently. It's that feeling of your body being a step behind, where a sudden misstep leaves your heart pounding because your recovery felt slow and uncoordinated. This is a sign that the neural pathways responsible for these life-saving corrections are getting rusty from disuse. Walking, with its predictable, rhythmic pattern, does nothing to polish them. To sharpen this critical system, we introduce the fourth part of our daily inspection, the 2-minute reactive repair. The targeted movement for this is the balance reach. This exercise is a controlled way to create a loss of balance and train your body to recover from it gracefully. It forces your brain and your stabilizer muscles to work together at speed, reinforcing the very neural pathways that prevent falls. This isn't just theory. A landmark study at the Stanford University Balance and Vestibular Clinic demonstrated that dynamic balance drills like this one improved neuromuscular reaction time by an average of 22% in adults over 65. Here is how to perform your daily reactive repair safely. Stand tall, facing a countertop, sturdy table, or the back of a sofa. Place your hands lightly on the surface. This is your safety zone. Shift your weight onto your left foot, just as you did in the stability repair. Now, instead of just holding still, we will introduce movement. Slowly lift your right foot off the floor and gently tap your toe out to the front. Then, return to the center. Next, tap your toe out to the side. Return to the center. Finally, tap your toe out diagonally behind you. Return to the center. The key is to perform these taps with smooth, deliberate control. The goal is not speed, but precision. With each tap, you are momentarily shifting your center of gravity, and your left leg, ankle, and core must instantly react to keep you upright and stable. After you complete the front, side, and back taps on the right foot, lower it, rest for a moment, and then perform the entire sequence on the opposite side, balancing on your right foot and tapping with your left. Your daily repair is just one complete sequence per leg: front, side, back. This should take you no more than 2 minutes. You are not training for fatigue. You are training your nervous system for a faster, more confident reaction time. By incorporating this simple drill, you are moving beyond static balance into the realm of active fall prevention. You are telling your body to expect the unexpected and preparing it to respond with grace and power, not panic. This builds a deep-seated confidence in your movement, knowing your body's emergency response system is alert, calibrated, and ready. Now, let's do a quick predictive body scan. Based on how you feel right now, and perhaps your experience with the stability repair, make a prediction. How many seconds do you honestly believe you could comfortably hold a one-leg balance today, without significant wobbling, if you had a chair nearby for support? Don't test it right now, just give us your best guess. Type the number of seconds in the comments right now. We have reinforced the pillars of strength, stability, posture, and reaction. Now, we come to the final element, the one that ensures all the others can work together in smooth, fluid harmony. This is the fifth pillar of independence: your mobility. Mobility is often confused with flexibility, but they are not the same. Flexibility is about a muscle's ability to lengthen. Mobility is about a joint's ability to move freely and actively through its full, intended range of motion. It is the difference between being able to touch your toes and being able to bend down, pick something up off the floor, and stand back up again with ease. It is the oil in the hinges of your body's machine. The silent alarm for a failing mobility pillar is that familiar feeling of stiffness and creakiness. It's the tightness in your hips when you get out of the car after a long drive. It's the ache in your knees when you start to walk after sitting for a while. It's the difficulty reaching for a plate on a high shelf. This is the signal that your joints are not being taken through their full, healthy ranges often enough, and they are slowly, silently seizing up. Walking provides some movement, but it is a very limited, repetitive motion that does little to maintain the rotational and circular mobility our hips and shoulders desperately need. To combat this, we introduce the final part of our daily inspection, the 2-minute mobility repair. The quintessential movement for this is the hip circle. This exercise is like turning a key in a lock that hasn't been used in a while. It actively takes your largest and most crucial weight-bearing joint, the hip, through its full, 360-degree range of motion. This promotes the circulation of synovial fluid, your joint's natural lubricant, and ensures the complex network of muscles surrounding the hip remains supple and responsive. The benefits are measurable. A UK study tracking joint health found that participants who performed daily hip circles reported a 52% decrease in stiffness-related discomfort during daily activities like walking and climbing stairs. Here is how to perform your daily mobility repair with control and intention. Stand tall, holding onto a sturdy chair, countertop, or wall for balance. Place your feet shoulder-width apart. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Now, slowly and deliberately, lift your right knee up towards your chest. From this raised position, begin to draw a large, wide circle with your knee. Move the knee out to the side, then extend it gently behind you, and finally bring it back to the starting position. The circle should be as large as you can comfortably make it without pain. The goal is not speed, but to explore the entire range of motion your hip possesses. You should feel a gentle stretching and awakening sensation all around your hip joint. Perform 5 slow, controlled circles in a clockwise direction. Then, perform 5 more in a counterclockwise direction. After completing the sequence with your right leg, lower your foot, rest for a moment, and then perform the exact same 10 circles with your left leg. Your daily repair is just these 10 circles per leg. The entire process should take you no more than 2 minutes. You are not striving for a deep stretch, but for fluid, nourishing movement. By dedicating these 2 minutes to your mobility, you are directly combating the stiffness that makes movement feel like a chore. You are ensuring your hips, the foundation of your lower body movement, remain free, fluid, and ready for any task life presents, from gardening to playing with grandchildren. This completes the 5-part daily inspection for your body's foundation. Now, for our final live body scan. Bring your awareness into your body. Scan from your hips down to your knees, and up through your shoulders. Which joint area feels the most restricted, the stiffest, or the most in need of that key turning in the lock sensation right at this moment? Tell us in the comments with one word. Is it your hips, your knees, or your shoulders? You now have the complete picture. You understand the 5 silent alarms and you possess the precise 5 repairs to answer them. You are no longer in the dark about what your body truly needs to stay strong and independent. You have moved from hoping that walking is enough to knowing exactly how to maintain your body's true foundations. You have transitioned from being a tenant in your own body to becoming its head architect. This knowledge is powerful, but knowledge without action is just information. The true power, the life-changing results, come from consistent application. This is not about a single intense workout. It is about the quiet, daily commitment to your own freedom. That is why we are not ending this with a simple suggestion. We are issuing a call to join a mission. This is the Independence Pledge. It is a promise you make to yourself. A commitment to spend just 10 minutes a day performing your 5 2-minute pillar repairs. It is a vow to silence the alarms before they become emergencies, and to actively build a future of strength and self-reliance. To make this pledge effortless for you to keep, we have created a free, simple resource for you. It is called the 5-Pillar Daily Blueprint. This is your simple guide. You can download it from the description as well as from the pinned comments. It clearly outlines each of the 5 repairs with simple instructions. It provides a daily checklist to track your progress. It is designed to be printed and placed on your refrigerator or bathroom mirror, a constant, gentle reminder of the commitment you have made to yourself. This blueprint is your tool to turn intention into an unshakable habit. If you are ready to take this step, if you are ready to move from watching to doing, then we invite you to join us. Subscribe to this channel, and in the comments below, simply type the words, I pledge. By commenting, I pledge, you are making a public commitment to your own well-being. You are also joining a growing community of people just like you, all dedicated to building their independence, one daily repair at a time. We will be here in the comments, reading every single pledge, supporting you on this journey. Your future of confidence and independence starts with this single, simple action. We are so excited to have you with us.